This is my 2005 YZ250F. I bought it on Facebook for a pretty good price. The seller said it sat for 2 years with gas in it and that it ran good before and it just needed the carb clean. But I cleaned the carb, I went to ride it. It rode good through the first 4 gears, but 5th gear was blown out, 5th gear neutral. So yeah, I went around and rebuild it today. Split the cases. I got everything set up. This isn't all the parts I need. I still got things on the way. I got the WR250F transmission. So we're doing a WR transmission swap on the YZ. We're gonna see how that goes. According to the old forms, and I looked at the schematic diagrams on Rocky Mountain, and all the parts are exactly the same, except for the gear ratio of the teeth. But yeah, we got a complete transmission. The forks, they all look to be in good condition. Everything off eBay for 150 bucks. Most of the stuff I need here, I got all my bottom end gaskets. I got all OEM gaskets, Yama Bond, top end gaskets. My splitter, we got a brand new YZF piston. Couple odds and ends here. We're gonna start pulling this engine out. I'm gonna put on a time lapse, pull the engine out, and then I'll get back to you whenever we got it out of the bike. Alright, so I got the motor out of the frame. I got my service manual here. And the first thing I'm going to do is just check the valves. So I checked all the valve clearances. And they were all out of spec. The guide looks pretty good. There goes our cylinder. This, I think we lucked out. It looks really good. Usually they're way cracker. That's the OEM piston. I think the rod's actually good. Crankshaft looks good. We're going to start taking the bottom end apart. A lot of dowels in these cases. Alright, so I got all my clutch plates out, and looking at my clutch basket, it looks in really good condition. You can't even feel it with your finger. I mean, you can see a little bit, but there's no grooves really at all. So I'm definitely gonna be reusing all that, and I'm gonna measure my plates with my caliper and see if they're in spec. So I measured my clutch plates, and see the spec right here, they're between 2.9 and 3.1, and they're dead in the center between them. They were all like 3.05. So all these clutch plates are perfect. It's good. So we're gonna continue tearing down. Counterbalance here. Alright, so we got our crank puller installed. Split our cases here. Alright, so we got our crank split apart. Our crank looks good. All these transmission bearings look good. The only two bearings that aren't good are these two. The transmission bearings are tight. This one especially, I can barely get this one to spin. So I guess we're going to be replacing those two. And yeah, that'll be it, and we'll get this back together. The transmission, I did figure out where that went wrong. Right there. You can see where they're worn and they won't mesh. Order up these bearings and wait for them to come in. We're back, and I got all the parts I need to complete the build. I got the transmission bearings I need, and I got the puller. Get started putting this back together. So I think that was that right there. So I got all of our bearings in our cases. I got my transmission put back in here. This is the WR transmission. What I have to do is to put assembly lube on all the bearings, put the crankshaft in, and put the case house back together. Should just slide right in. Come on. Oh. That was really easy. Oh, got her cranking. The transmission should be all good to go. We're gonna start putting the cases back together. I'm using the Yamabon number 4 as our case sealer. The first thing I'm gonna do is go around all the edges with some acetone. Clean it. Alright, we're just gonna apply the sealant with our fingers. I'm putting my crankcases back together. There we go. So we got our bottom end all done. Now I'm on to this cylinder. So the cylinder is in really good condition, but I'm going to give it a light hone. Got this flex hone here. The oil. Yeah, just to help the new piston and ring seat properly. Just gonna give it some fresh cross hatching. No oil. Coat the cylinder. Do it fast. I think that did a pretty good job. Alright, so we got our cylinder all cleaned out, freshly honed. We got our YZF piston. I got the rings, I already checked the ring gaps and have them oriented correctly. And yeah, we're gonna just continue on with our top end. All in there. Alright, so I got the top end back on. Now I'm going to put the time lapse on real fast. I'm going to take all 5 of these valves out. I'm gonna lightly lap them, and I'm gonna put new seats in. Alright, so I got all my valves lapped and cleaned. They're all pretty mint. And then I went through my head and I cleaned it in the sink with hot water and some degreaser. And yeah, we're gonna put these valves back in and put new seats in and put it back on the bike. Alright, we got our head all put back together. Looks really good. Got the new seats all lapped up, all ready to go. Alright, so we got the motor all put back together. Everything should be mint. Everything's in spec. Good to go. And yeah, we're gonna get back in the frame. So I'm gonna start back in the frame and we'll get back to you when it's all done. Alright, so I got the YZ250 WR transmission hybrid at the property. I put about 2 hours on her so far, so I've broken her in. I've already done the break-in oil change, and yeah, I've tuned the carb real good with the power bowl, and yeah, it's running really good. It always starts on the first kick. Cold or hot. I'm really impressed. I'm running the non-ethanol 90. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the WR transmission. It really is. You can really feel a big difference. First gear is perfect. WR transmission. Pretty sure this is the first YouTube video of a WR transmission swapped YZ, from what I can tell. On a 250F. There might be a 2-stroke video, but that's different. So yeah, the only thing I haven't done, like I said, I need to rebuild the suspension. And it'll be good. And I need to replace the brake pads, and I'm gonna do the sprockets. Maybe the wheel bearings too, but they don't feel too bad, but I'll just replace them anyways. I'm really happy with it overall. She rips. You can really tell with that Powerball too. That Powerball I added on the carb really made a big difference. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the whole build series. It was a lot of fun doing it, a lot of work, but yeah, it came out really good in the end. And yeah, overall I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed.